Would you please take your seats? Everyone, please take your seats. We'd like to start the program.
Magnier's coming over.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 97th Annual Installation of the New Jersey State Chiefs of Police Association. My name is John Coyle, until recently the Chief of Andover Township Police Department and the President of the State Chiefs Association. Before we begin tonight's program, it is my honor to introduce the people on the dais for this evening's banquet. I would ask you to hold your applause till we finish all the introductions. Starting from the upper row, on the far right, is Reverend Father Themis Macaraj of St. Philip's Apostle Church, Saddlebrook, New Jersey. Chief Eric Mason, 4th Vice President. Chief Brett Mathias, Treasurer, and Mrs. Michelle Mathias. Chief William Corcoran, 3rd Vice President, and Mrs. Linda Corcoran. Chief Robert Colton, 2nd Vice President. And our Chief William A. Nally, newly elected 5th Vice President. And Miss Laura Nally. And Father Donald Humble, New Jersey SACOP Chaplain. And on the lower tier, beginning on the far right, Colonel Rick Fuentes, Superintendent of the New Jersey State Police, Dr. Sherry Sklar, Mitchell C. Sklar, Executive Director of the New Jersey State Chiefs of Police Association, Ms. Teresa Coyle, my wife, Chief Robert Kugler, President-elect, Ms. Christine Kugler, Ms. Christine Kugler. The Honorable Louis D. Arminio, Mayor of the Township of Saddle Brook. Michael Hayden, First Vice President. And Ms. Luann Hayden. We are pleased to have with us many other honored guests and dignitaries. With us this evening is Mike Carroll, the IACP Third Vice President, and Mike is the Chief of West Goshen, Pennsylvania Police Department. Lieutenant Colonel Juan Matos of the New Jersey State Police. Lieutenant Gail Cameron, New Jersey State Police. United States Marshal James Closest. John Tuckerton, Acting SAC, Newark Office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Gerald McAleer, SAC in the Newark Field Office of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. Union County Prosecutor Theodore Romakow, President of the New Jersey County Prosecutors Association. Morris County Sheriff Ed Rochford, President of the New Jersey Sheriff's Association. Bergen County Sheriff Leo McGuire. Council President Florence Mazer, Saddle Brook Township. Saddle Brook Township Council members John Cook, Edward Kugler, your relative, Robert's father, Omar Rodriguez, and Joseph Senticase. With us tonight also is Michael Madonna, President of the New Jersey State PBA. Also Ted Wieners, newly elected President of the State PBA. Retired New Jersey Police Lieutenant Colonel Michael Fedorka, and Michael was a member of the Casino Control Commission. Also here with us, Davy Jones, President, and Chris Burgess, the Vice President of the New Jersey Troopers Fraternal Organization. We also have with us tonight Pam Fisher, you told me what to say, Pam, the new Director of the New Jersey Office of Highway Safety. If I've left anybody out, I apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Saddle Brook Police Department Honor. Our invocation this evening will be delivered by Father Ronald Hummel, Chaplain from the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police.
Shall we pray? Dear good and gracious God, in the various seasons of our lives, we feel the gentle touch of your hand guiding the movements of our hearts and lives. We thank you that we can be together this night of special recognition and leadership transition. We implore you to bless with wisdom and renewed dedication our new President Robert and his Board of Officers. We thank you for the opportunity to manifest our gratitude for acts of selfless valor, demonstrating yet again the finest traditions of law enforcement to protect and serve. We thank you for our speakers and leaders who inspire and encourage, comfort and challenge. We commend to your loving care those who have answered their final call and paid the ultimate price, as so many of our sisters and brothers have before them. Most recently, our fire service brothers in Charleston, South Carolina. Take them all into your eternal care and give them solace, and their families and colleagues as well. Bless this meal we share, the hands that have prepared it and serve it, and all who help us to celebrate this evening. Finally, bless all who serve and lead in law enforcement in this great state of New Jersey. Keep us ever mindful of your abiding presence with us and our families tonight and through all the days you give us. In your holy name we humbly pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our national anthem. It is my pleasure to introduce Officers Gerald and Harold Latham of the Atlantic City Police Department, who will present our national anthem.
Honor God, freeze and who?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the railroads we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrangling, rebels bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Please take your seats. It is now my pleasure to introduce the pipes and drums of Bergen County.
right set, including God's favorite tune. By the center, 1, 2. Township place. To the right. Quick. March!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bergen County Pipe and Drums and Honor Guard, once again. I want to correct an error I made earlier, and I demoted someone. Gail, I'm sincerely sorry for making you a lieutenant. Gail's a lieutenant colonel, but I had a conversation with Colonel Fuentes earlier, and I was confused. But I'm sorry. At this time, I'd like to introduce Executive Director Mitchell Scalar.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening, everyone. Tonight is an important night for our new president, our outgoing president, our board of officers, and our entire association. So it is a fitting time for us to take a brief moment to recognize an important milestone for a valued and key member of our association family. In a few weeks, we mark 10 years that our office manager, Melissa Gaines, has been with the association. As anyone who is at all familiar with our organization knows, Melissa is one of the keys to the success that we have had, thoroughly professional and always unflappable, and she serves as my indispensable right-hand woman. We are grateful for all she has done over the years, and I ask that she come forward to the dais to receive a small token of our esteem, Melissa.
On Monday, June 2nd, 2003, Colonel Joseph R. Fuentes was selected by Governor James McGreevey to become the 14th Superintendent of the New Jersey State Police. Superintendent Fuentes enlisted in the New Jersey State Police in 1978 as a member of 93A class. He has served the Division of State Police throughout the state, including assignments as a general road duty trooper in Central, in southern New Jersey and as an instructor at the Seabury Police Academy. He also was a supervisor of the FBI, New Jersey State Police, Joint Terrorism Task Force, narcotics units, and street gang units. Prior to being named acting superintendent, he was assigned to as the chief of the Intelligence Bureau, overseeing 9 units within the intelligence section. A recipient of numerous awards, in 1993, Superintendent Fuentes was the co-recipient of the New Jersey State Police Trooper of the Year Award. Superintendent Fuentes earned a bachelor's degree of science from Keene College in 1977, a Master of Arts in Criminal Justice from John Jay College in 1992, and a PhD in Criminal Justice from the City University of New York in 1998. In 2006, Colonel Fuentes was appointed General Chair of the State Provincial Division of the IACP. Last but certainly not least, he is also a member of the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Rick Fuentes.
Good evening, everybody. Actually, John, I was appointed on March the 1st, 2003. They tried to kill me between March the 1st and June the 2nd, 2003, when I was actually confirmed. But I always say that it's better to be sworn in than sworn at. You're going to learn that tonight, Bob. It's a good deal. You know, when I first came in tonight, the first 3 people that came up to me said, "I hear you're a short timer." Now, I certainly hope they're talking about this presentation, because they're going to have to throw me out of this job. And the reason they're going to have to throw me out of this job is because of the relationship I have, particularly with this organization. And it has been my pleasure since long before 2003 to enjoy a great relationship with the members of this organization. And John, I want to congratulate you for your term over the last year and for your outstanding tenure as a police chief in Egg Harbor. And we've enjoyed a tremendous close relationship with your department, especially in Atlantic City International Airport, and our coordinated work together. And Bob Kugler, who was one of the first chiefs I ever met when I came up to your department during an Amber Alert, and that was when you were in an incredibly small police department building. So I was very glad to come up to when you dedicated your new police building, and it certainly is a great thing for your police department, because it is a great police department. And to the pipes and drums of Bergen County, they always do a tremendous job. I'm from Bergen County. I'm also a bagpiper. For those who don't know it or appreciate it, playing the bagpipes is a little bit like wrestling with an octopus. So anytime I see the pipers, I'm always greatly appreciative and very much interested in what they're doing. Last week, the world truly is a small place, and last week, as part of my role on the Board of Officers for IACP, I was in Istanbul, Turkey, and I had a couple of commanders over there along with me who did a lecture to about 1,000 people from 83 different countries about Operation Ceasefire, and the other commanders segued into that by talking about the ROC, our Regional Operations and Intelligence Center. And the ROC turned out to be a tremendous hit at this conference. I ended up doing a little bit of TV and a newspaper thing over there for the Turkish, or with the Turkish National Police, where we kind of talked about some of the homeland security measures that were going on in the state of New Jersey. And everybody in this room, the chiefs, can certainly be proud of that. We put an awful lot of work and coordination into bringing New Jersey where it is today. And I would match this state up against any state in the United States in terms of homeland security. And based upon what I've seen from overseas, quite frankly, almost anywhere in the world. And I think that that is certainly a compliment to this organization and to the job that the chiefs do every single day. The ROC is, and please give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, I will. As everybody knows, and we already held one chiefs meeting here, at the ROC, at the Regional Operations and Intelligence Center. That building continues to flourish beyond my expectations. We kind of rolled a lot and invested a lot into that building in representing what we believe to be the best interests of both homeland security and hometown security, because I've always felt, and I think a lot of chiefs have always felt, you know how you catch the terrorists, you know how you do good counterterrorism in this state, in this country, is be a good cop, be a good detective. Good aggressive traffic enforcement, good aggressive criminal enforcement, and you will run across that person who might have political motives for carrying out a crime. And keeping in mind that no matter where I've gone, and I saw this overseas as well last week, terrorism is viewed as a crime. And so you investigate it like a crime, you approach it as a crime, and you put those people in jail. And I'm confident that with the coordination among all the law enforcement sectors in this state, including the fire departments, that we're going to do that job for the state of New Jersey. And what's really critical in that as well is the public. And you need only to look at the Fort Dix plot to realize how important the community is in this state. We're only going to be as good in our jobs as our relations are good with the communities that we serve. That the communities trust us, they know us, and when they see something wrong, they have a friend in their police department to notify us. And that's something that's very, very important, and something that I've seen also all around the state of New Jersey. The Rock has been very busy. As you may know, we went from a northeaster to floods to the Warren Grove fire, where we lost 19,000 acres. Nature's way of kind of replenishing itself looks a little bit different from the era when you got to fight this fire on the ground. And it certainly was a very big fire. But to see that emergency management component come together in a very coordinated way. What I've always marveled at is the way that law enforcement, fire service, and emergency medical community work together in the state of New Jersey. I marveled at it during Operation Lead when this state, 113 police departments and fire departments and emergency medical services went down to New Orleans to help out in the aftermath of Katrina, and I continue to marvel at that, and I need to thank you. The analysis element, if you're a police chief in this room and you do not get the products from The Rock, you need to call The Rock. And here's the email address. This isn't a plug, this is something you need to do to be able to get the analytical products that they're working on. ROIC@gw.njsb.org. Send them an email, let them know what your point of contact is for your police department, and you will be cued in on those products. We try to make those products very forward-leaning, not just reacting to an event, but doing analysis on it and trying to project what the impact might be to people in New Jersey or people in the law enforcement community. Also, if you have crime in your venues and it may be related, you don't know, you need to do some analysis on it, call The Rock. Let us assume some of that analytical burden for you and try and put some things together. Once again, this building down there is your building. It's a building that belongs to the people in New Jersey. They paid for it, it's their building. And that building needs to be used, especially by the police departments in the state of New Jersey. Operation Ceasefire, which is one of the desks that operate out of The Rock. We're now up in about 6 cities. Over the next 6 months, we're going to be going to 10 cities and then eventually to 14 cities. Wherever this program sprouts up, it reduces the level of gun violence in that area, and it dramatically increases the clearance rate on aggravated assaults with a gun. That's very important. Nowadays, especially with gangs who continue to be responsible for 20%, 1 out of every 5 homicides in this state, they go to the waistband. They don't roll around on the side of the road. They don't slug it out on the front porch. They go to the waistband and they shoot. And if it's a homicide gets a lot of attention. But an aggravated assault with a gun, that's where somebody pulls the trigger and there's a victim. Because in these police departments, they're very, very busy with homicides or other crimes. Sometimes those crimes have gotten a short shrift. And Operation Ceasefire fills the gap and investigates those crimes like they're a homicide. In Irvington and Newark, in the ceasefire zones, the clearance rate has gone from 20% to 45 and 50%. And that has had an impact on crime, obviously, in those areas. But once again, we pair it with the community, because remember what I said about the community component. The community gets engaged in Operation Ceasefire, and when there's a shooting, the community goes out, talks to potential witnesses, helps police departments develop witnesses, maybe develop informants, but mostly they're very visible, and it's a sign from the community that they're not willing to stand when somebody pulls out a gun and pulls the trigger. If you go on the ROC website, you will see this document, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. It's the NJSA Guide to Intelligence-Led Policing. In New Jersey, we're one of the few departments in the country to have employed this. This is a top-down management philosophy that uses measures to set investigative priorities, and then uses measures to check outputs and outcomes. That's kind of the technical way to explain it. But basically what it does is we just don't go after the low-hanging fruit anymore. We just don't chase down if we have an informant that says this guy is distributing drugs. We kind of look and see where the most violent groups are, the ones that are most engaged in shootings and homicides and aggravated assaults, and we let those groups and that violence set our investigative priorities, and that's worked out very, very well for us. I'm not completely satisfied where the division is with that, so we're implementing a program to literally drag everybody from the division into this philosophy. We're having a summit in mid-July with our commanders. By the fall, we're going to be training every single trooper in the division in intelligence-led policing, which is both a collection strategy of information going into the ROC, an analytical strategy, because you don't bring in intelligence, you bring in information, you analyze it, you produce intelligence products, which is what we provide to you. Okay, so that's very, very important to have everybody trained in that. But more importantly is to offer up to the chiefs of this state to be involved in intelligence-led policing. So around the fall, we're going to develop a program that we would like to see every chief come for a training course in intelligence-led policing, and then go back to your departments and decide yourself whether this is something that you may want to implement in your department. This is very exciting stuff. Only the military has done this. Intelligence-led policing is the new revolution in policing. It's new to the police world, but it's something that works. We've test-bedded this program. It's produced some great cases for it. And I think that as a state, like we've worked together on so many things, it would be just a great idea for us to continue down that road as well. So I very much look forward to bringing that forth to this organization over the next year. As you know, Governor Corzine couldn't make it tonight. He asked me to come in his place. I picked up a letter from him today, which I would like to read. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how he has rebounded the way that he does, but if anybody in here has had a broken rib, can you imagine what it's like to have 10 and trying to come back from a double compound of your femur and a broken collarbone and a crack in your spine? He's doing the business of the state, and he's up and he's walking around. His public schedule, he's tried to keep a little bit, more in control, and dedicated himself to doing some administration, but I want you to know that he brings his regards to this organization, and he's very proud of this organization, as I am. I'd like to read what he sent. Dear friends, it is my pleasure to extend warm greetings to the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and everyone gathered for its 95th anniversary and the installation of its new president, Robert J. Kugler. Since its inception in 1912, the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police has represented New Jersey's law enforcement and private security executives, providing guidance in efforts to create an inclusive, accessible community for law enforcement and security professionals and its partners in the private sector. I commend the mission of the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police to promote and enhance the highest ethical and professional standards in law enforcement at all levels throughout New Jersey. New Jersey has been fortunate to benefit from some of the best trained, highest class of law enforcement officers in the nation, and the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police has been the driving force behind that effort. Congratulations are in order for Robert J. Kugler, the new president of the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. We all value the leadership of an individual like you. Best wishes for a most enjoyable and memorable event. It is only through the concern and commitment of individuals such as yourselves that we may hope to build a new and brighter future for all residents of New Jersey. Signed, John S. Corzine, Governor, State of New Jersey. Thank you all very much. Congratulations to John, and goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'll break for our meal, and we'll resume after dessert. Have a good day.